What is up, everybody? Welcome back to our coverage of the 2019 Duncan Lake Hillclimber Open. I am Gabriel Dow and I'm here with Bobby Cox.
How's it going, everyone?
So far we got Coda Hatfield leading the pack at 4 under par, Bo Tillman at 1 under par, Tommy Agent at 1 over par, and then we have Alex Savage making his way back onto the coverage.
Yes, sir.
We're moving over to the campground course, which is a little bit more wooded, less out in the open. So hopefully this crazy wind we got going on today won't be affecting their shots as much. So
yeah, round one was pretty tough. You gotta really think about every shot you do and try to fight through that wind.
Yep. Hole 1, this is a par 3, 435 feet. This is an island hole. As you can see, the road kind of surrounds the entire thing. So really you just want to stay in bounds. To get the 2, most of these guys will be throwing a distance driver, trying to get it up with a little bit of flip up, but you can't afford to take too much flip because it will ride straight and go OB. So you do want to throw something somewhat stable.
Yeah, it looks like we have a kind of a headwind left to right, so probably some beefy drivers getting pulled out here.
Mm-hmm.
That one unfortunately hit the pole, but it stayed in bounds. Here we got Bo Tillman.
He is throwing this one really low.
It's getting testy. Oh no, that's fine.
And that's really a good way to play this hole, especially in this wind, is just take something overstable and try and get one of those massive road skips.
Yeah, that's kind of a crush from Bo.
Mm-hmm. Especially being so low.
Yeah. A little road skip helps out too.
Yep. Here we got Tommy.
Trying to kind of flex one, but I think the wind got a hold of that and it just carried OB. Here we got Alex.
Looks like he sawed this one off a little bit, and I think he clipped a branch there, and it's going to be well short of the basket.
Here's Coda from really pretty far back. Not very happy with that drive. That's going to leave him like 25 feet still.
Yeah, he's that's a tester.
Tommy going with his trusty Nova that he loves to throw. Yeah.
And perfect. This is Alex after shorting his drive. And he should be able to save par from there. This is Coda to save par.
Oh man. Looks like he's going to be losing 2 to Bo.
Yeah.
Right out the gate.
I think he thought that headwind was going to lift it up a little bit more.
Yeah. Bo with a bonus bird, really good too.
Yep, getting a stroke right off the bat on Coda. 2 strokes, actually.
Yeah. Here's Alex for the par save.
And that's going to keep him at 2 big. And that will move Tommy to 2 big as well.
Yeah, unfortunate OB there. We saw it a lot that tournament.
Fortunate bogey from Coda. All right, hole 2. This is a par 3, 280 feet. This is one of the temp holes that they added out here to fit in as many people as possible in registration. So pretty easy little dinger hole.
Yeah.
You're basically just throwing, if you're comfortable with the forehand, you can throw that and hope to maybe crash into one of the trees somewhere inside the circle, or you can go with a mid-range, just dead straight.
Yeah, you can really do anything here. Just a hyzer, dead straight, forehand, whatever you want to do.
Mm-hmm.
Bo flashing those chains. Throwing it right in front of it.
Yeah, just a foot in front of the chains, or else that would have been in. Here's Alex.
Oh no, get up!
And he found one of those metal fence posts.
Is that what he hit?
Yeah. And,
oh wow.
He's going to be just laying up for 3 most likely. And Coda, I don't know if he's trying to take the backdoor route here, but
I can't imagine he is. It seems a little unnecessary.
And that's going to be a really difficult putt.
Looks like Tommy sawed this off a little bit. He's still in putting range though.
Yeah, that's about 35, 40 feet. And that wind just affected that disc right out of his hand.
Yeah, you can't take any shots for granted whenever you're playing in 30-mile-per-hour winds.
Yeah. And Bo just leaving that one a little bit short. Coda forced to take a knee.
Ooh, had a good line on it, just not
really
quite enough power on it.
Here's Tommy for 2. Just a little bit short. And Alex saves par from there. That'll keep him at 2 big. Tommy tapping in to keep him at 2 big as well. And I think we have a star par, which is surprising to see from our lead card here.
Yeah, and we saw Tommy just lighten the putter up last round. He just couldn't quite get off the tee.
Yep.
So let's see if he can put those two together and put together a solid round.
All right, hole 3. This is a par 3, 265 feet. There's kind of a tight gap on the right side, low ceiling as well. So you could throw a fairway driver, try and get it up flat, and kind of ride that right side. Or there is a forehand line as well if you're more comfortable with that.
Yeah, it's basically low ceiling the whole way, so you got to throw a low laser to get all the way up there. And this is getting a ton of turn.
Yeah, and he finds that branch there. That was actually a really good kick, or else he would have been in that tall grass to the right there. We got Alex going with the forehand, and this is looking nice. Just a little bit short. Pretty... well, actually well short.
Yeah,
he's going to be about 45 feet there.
I feel like this hole definitely plays a little bit longer than 265. I'm thinking more around like the 330, 340 range.
Yeah, definitely. This is looking like a nice shot from Coda, but it barely clips that branch.
Tony, you got to keep it so low.
Yeah. And he's going to have a long putt for his 2. Here is Tommy. This looks a little too high as well.
Ooh,
and
a little wind drop though.
Yeah, still
not
clips,
enough speed though.
Still clips the branch, and he's going to have a long putt. He'll just be laying up here. And that'll do. And here's Bo from about 60 feet. Give it a good run.
Yeah,
got a little wind drop at the end. It was a really good line though.
Yeah, Bo is super salty from about 60 and farther.
Mm-hmm.
He's got a really good spin putt. Gets really good pop on the end of it, and
good rotation to keep it floating.
Yeah, just like effortless distance.
Alex with a good effort there, just barely hits the cage. Needed that just a tad bit higher. And this is going to be Coda for 3.
Oh my God.
And he just got Duncaned on that basket.
Yeah.
Spit straight back out. And he's going to have to take a bogey here and lose another stroke to Bo to tie it up.
Yeah, pretty much immediately.
Wow. Not the best showing from our lead card on these first 3 holes. All right, hole 4. This is a par 3, 375 feet. It is a dead straight tunnel that carries slightly downhill at the end. I'd say the last like 50 to 100 feet it carries downhill. Most of these guys will be throwing a fairway driver and try and get it up flat and straight, and you really just want it to ride straight as possible for as long as possible, and then you can kind of crash into these trees here behind the basket. But as long as you don't end up left or right, it's a pretty gettable hole.
Yeah, and I think disking down to like a mid-range is a pretty good play as well. I mean, you don't really have to get all the way up there. Just keep it in the fairway and see what you can do after that.
And Bo put out a really nice shot, just barely clipped that the top of that pine tree on the right. He'll be left with about a 65-footer.
Now it's just a tiny bit too much turn.
Yeah.
Put that on a fantastic line.
And Tommy has turned this over.
Everyone's turning it over.
Yeah, there was, I think the wind was just kind of funneling through this tunnel here. And Coda,
oh my God,
threw an absolutely perfect shot, but just barely caught that one branch.
Ooh, very nice up by Tommy there.
Yeah, he'll be able to tap in a 3 from there. This is going to be Coda for 2 from way deep.
Yeah, and the rough here at Duncan is, well, exactly what I said. It is rough. It is not fun.
No.
Tons of thorns, just hardly ever any lines from in there. Especially this course. Ooh!
Dirty birdie from Bo there.
He is feeling himself right now.
Just a casual. I thought he was further, actually. That was about a 45, 50 footer. Still a great putt from Bo. This is Alex to save par.
Oh my gosh.
These single chain baskets.
Yeah, you really got to hit him low.
Yeah. If you hit him dead center, I mean, obviously that's good anywhere else, but here it's just going to spit straight back out. There's not enough like volume of chains to keep it in.
Yeah. Alex, I don't know what just happened, but I'm going to try to move on. Looks like he has a pretty good attitude about it.
Yep. All right, hole 5. This is a par 3, a little 160-foot hole. It's another one of the temp holes that they added out here. Most of these guys will just be throwing a forehand with something over staple. That's really the only play here.
Yeah, it really is.
And I forgot to mention on the last hole, Bo taking the lead from Coda. He now has 1 stroke on him.
And it looks like he's about to go back-to-back birdies. That was an absolute park job.
And Coda going with a backhand here.
Yeah, I mean, sometimes, like, for me, if it's, like, a really short throw, I do almost prefer the backhand. I feel like I have a little bit more control in the speed with the backhand. I mean, that's just me, though.
Yeah. The thing about the forehand on this hole is it'll just spike instead of carrying.
Right.
So.
Yeah, that's definitely the preferred line.
Yeah, I mean, as you can see, even Tommy, who doesn't throw the forehand very often,
is throwing
a forehand.
If Tommy's throwing a forehand, you need to throw a forehand.
Yep. And Alex
just only advanced about 10 feet, hit that branch, and drop straight down.
Yeah. Great comebacker, though. Really good par save.
You hit dead center, doesn't go in. You hit amp side, it goes right in.
Right. Good par save from Alex. And this is Tommy from an awkward position below the tree. And Tommy actually hit the top of the cage and bounced right here in this pine tree, which is not a fun spot.
Yeah, that's really unfortunate.
And yeah, just barely clipped a branch and found the cage again. And he's going to be tapping in for 4 on a short little dinker hole, which is not what you want. This is Coda for 2. And that will move him back to 3 under par. And here is Bo tapping in for 2 to keep that lead on Coda.
Yeah, he's on cruise control right now.
Yeah. All right, hole 6. This is a par 3, 240 feet. This one's kind of a crazy little hole. It carries downhill and then comes back uphill. It kind of takes the distance out on this hole. So I'd say it plays more like 200, maybe 190.
Yeah, it's definitely a shorty.
Yeah, most of these guys, I'm sure Bo's going with a putter right here. Yeah. And
jeez, he is feeling super accurate right now.
And he threw that too good. It's going to be about 30 feet behind the basket, but still a great spot.
Yeah.
Here's Coda, and he just left that way too low. Is Alex going with an overhand here?
I have no clue.
You never know, because he sometimes lines up lines up a shot
and then switches it up.
Yeah, he just does a joke for the card.
Oh,
that's okay.
He did.
Looks a little short. A little short, right?
And he might be in some mess on the right side there. Hopefully that came back left.
Tillman's gonna opt for the slow turnover shot. Oh, there's the turnover part.
Yeah. And he's gonna be right down that hill. He'll just have to pitch up for 3. Here is Coda. Oh yeah!
Oh my gosh!
Coda putting out a perfect shot. That is a great birdie from Coda.
Wow.
Awesome. Pro side. Just
He's
perfect
like,
shot.
He like wants to run it in, but he was limping because of that leg injury.
Yeah.
You got it. You can make it up there. There we go. Oh yeah, you're right. Alex is in some trouble on the right side.
Yeah, he's just pitching out. There's nothing in there. This is a save 4.
Good layup.
And yeah, he just kind of pulled that one right. And we'll be tapping in for 5? Or no, 4.
4, yeah, 4. Bo with another birdie. Just
Keep
doing some work.
Still holding that lead. And a bogey from Alex. That'll move him to 4 big. All right, hole 7. This is a par 3, 220 feet. It's just a really skinny gap. You're really wanting to throw something that will take a skip. So an overstable mid-range is ideal here. As long as you can throw it out straight and have it catch this ground here and skip up to the basket.
Yeah, it's a pretty tight gap off the tee, but if you can make it, I mean, you should be in pretty good shape.
Mm-hmm.
That looks laced. Oh,
Perfect from Bo. A little bit short, but should be able to make that putt. His putter's pretty hot right now. Here's Coda. Looking like a great shot as well.
Oh yeah.
Puts it right underneath the basket.
Bullseye.
Be tapping in for 2.
It looks like it's got a lot of hyzer, and yeah.
Yeah, he's gonna be well short. Here is Alex. That needs to take a big skip.
That'll work though.
Yeah.
About 20 out.
And Tommy throwing another rare forehand.
Yeah. I feel like Duncan's the only place I'd force him to do that.
He's doing good with him.
And Bo, oh my gosh.
Bo from a knee. He must have had something in his way.
Yeah, I don't know.
Great birdie though. Keeping the train rolling. Alex with a great birdie as well. That'll move him to 3 big.
Yeah, for those that don't know, Alex he's been playing for about 1.5 years. That's about it.
That was like 2 years.
It's like 1.5 years. 2 years, maybe 2 years, but even 2 years is still pretty impressive.
Yeah.
On League Card Open
Yeah.
at a B-Tier.
Yeah, he's just got a knack for throwing discs. Coda with the classic setting the disc gently.
That's his.
That's actually really smart because I mean anything could happen. It
Yeah.
could bounce out or something. He just like always just puts it in like super softly.
And I feel like I've never done that before.
Yeah. All right, hole 8. This is a par 3, a little 190 footer. You can throw a slight turnover with a mid-range or putter, or go with a forehand. It is a pretty low ceiling, and then there is a lot of rough to avoid on the left and the right. So as long as you hit this center gap and have something carry right, you're going to be in the circle. And Bo's going to be right down the hill. I'll have an uphill putt. And Coda, that's the risk of having it carry straight for too long, is there's a bunch of vines and little branches on that left side. So you can't really come through the back door.
Yeah, this hole is actually, I didn't really realize it while I was there, but there's so many trees in the way, even like on the fairway, towards the end at least.
This is looking good from Tommy, but barely catches that branch on the left side.
He actually just nicked that branch while he was going down for the putt.
Yeah.
That might have thrown him off a little bit.
Here's Coda to keep pace with Bo.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. That will move him to 6 under par.
Like every time.
I know.
Every time.
I thought about for a moment.
This is a crazy angle.
Yeah. And Bo will move to 7 under par.
I was like, just hit Blaine in the pool.
Yeah, I was like,
Still holding strong.
For sitting here.
He says something about a forehand. I just read his lips, and I'm sure that was directed right towards me.
Yes, it was. And Alex, really good too as well. That'll move him to 2 under par. Looks like we have Tommy taking the lone par here. All right, hole 9. This is a par 3, 160 feet. We are on a little short hole spree here. This hole is somewhat similar to the last one. You can throw a soft turnover shot with a putter or mid-range, or you can throw a forehand flick, which is looks like what Bo is lining up here. This stretch of holes is, I mean, if you're not birdieing these, then you're falling way behind.
Yeah, it's your chance to catch up from those bogeys that you probably took from the last round. That's about 20 out.
And Savage. That one almost hit me. But he'll be just about 8 feet from the pin.
I feel like you've said that before.
I've said that many times. Oh no. Tommy just turning over that Nova just a little bit too much, and he's got a very uphill putt, and yeah.
Yeah, he just hasn't found a groove yet.
Not yet. But Coda making the putt, keeping the train rolling. That'll move him to 7 under par. This is Alex for 2. Oh yeah. That'll move him to 1 over.
Still getting you.
He has almost made it back.
Yes.
And Tommy, again taking the lone par. Bo was absolutely parked.
Are you shocked?
Nope. All right, hole 10. This is a par 3, 235 feet. This one is not quite as gettable as the last 3 holes because the angle's a little bit weird. There is a super skinny gap on the right side, which only these guys can hit. They'll be throwing a mid-range out, just dead straight, and have it hyzer back. There is also a little flex shot ante line around the left side. But Bo taking that right gap and makes it through. He'll be left with about a 40 footer there.
Yeah, I feel like whenever we played, I didn't even really see that right gap. It was too skinny for me.
Exactly. Oh.
Ooh.
And Coda's scaring the basket. He'll be about circle's edge behind the basket.
Forehand, eh? Oh, he's going back door behind?
Yeah, he was trying, but he caught that shrubbery, and it kind of
took
just the right amount of speed off for it to end up in that nasty stuff on the left.
Oh, no. Early release there by Tommy.
Yeah.
And once again, going with that forehand. Oh, going forehand roller.
Forehand roller.
Yeah.
Wow.
Okay. That was pretty salty.
Tommy with the trick shots.
Yeah.
This tournament. And a good out from Alex there. He was right in the middle of that pine tree.
Yeah, forehand rollers are so sketchy. Okay, well. That was just a great putt.
Bo's putter is just on right now.
I was going to say, forehand rollers are so sketch for me because, like, I feel like I never really practice them.
Yeah.
It's very spontaneous. I'm just praying I pick the right disc, I put it on the right angle, and oftentimes it goes the complete opposite direction.
Yeah, they're just really touchy.
Very touchy.
And Coda just throwing his am side there, and he's losing a stroke to Bo there, and is now 2 strokes back. Alex happy with the par, and Tommy will save par as well. And Coda not happy with that one. He needs all the strokes he can get with Bo playing like he is right now.
Yeah, that is the truth.
All right, hole 11. This is a par 3, 380 feet. We finally made it over 200 feet.
Let's go.
This one's really a big forehand hyzer. You can go spike hyzer if you got the juice. There is also a lower skip line, but it's a little bit more risky because these 2 pine trees come into play on the skip. You want to try and get right in between those. Or, like Bo's throwing, you can throw a over the top shot. And he is going to be in that tree there, and he will be left with about a 60 footer there.
Looks like Coda's going Explorer.
Trying to turn this one over.
Yeah, a little bit too much turn. Might have been a little bit ahead when not there as well.
Yeah.
He doesn't usually shank him that bad.
No.
He knows what his discs are doing.
And here's Alex throwing the more conventional line.
And Alex actually crushes forehands.
Yeah. And yeah, he takes that low skip underneath the tree, and he's still got a long putt, but a better look than these other guys. Tommy going with the backhand as well. Gonna try and
Stay in
flip
the
one out
air.
there.
And that guy eaten up by some trees.
Mm-hmm. This is Coda forced to throw a spike hyzer over the top and just catches the top of that tree.
Yeah, I bet he wishes he wants that one back. Tommy throwing a pretty good approach. Still left about 20 feet.
Here is Coda, kind of from an awkward angle, forced to throw that Anheuser putt. Gives it a good bid, but he will be tapping in for 4 here.
Yeah, and Bo doesn't want to risk anything.
Nope.
Kind of drops off behind the basket there.
Yeah, and he's going to get another stroke on Coda and will now be in the lead by 3.
Yeah. And Alex put a really good run on that, just a little bit short.
Yeah, hopefully it didn't slide off because there is a little bit of a drop off on the backside there.
Tommy with a nice par.
Didn't go too deep down there. He's going to stay at 1 big.
Alex might be like the most like happy and joyful
He's a
player during the
very
round.
lively person.
During the round, he is very lively. Kind of like Mitch from first round.
Yeah, exactly. He basically just took Mitch's place.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right, well, that is going to conclude the front 11 of the second round of the 2019 Duncan Lake Hillclimber Open. Tables have turned here. Bo Tillman taking the lead. It's now up by 3 strokes to Coda Hatfield sitting at 6 under par. Bo is at 9. We got Tommy Agent sitting at 4 big and Alex Savage sitting at 1 big. So hopefully those two guys can make a little bit of a turnaround on this back 11, and hopefully we can see Bo Tillman keep shooting that hot fire.
Absolutely. Yeah, and if you guys enjoyed this coverage, make sure you hit that like and subscribe. It really helps us out. You can check us out on Instagram, Twitter, and Facebook, and we'll see you soon.
Yep. See y'all in the back 11.